Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Hey, good Monday afternoon. I'm Nick Oresco. Thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Top stories in just a moment. First, a mild day today. Let's get more on weather and traffic. 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis.
Yeah, very mild today. Temperatures up into the 70s. This is just kind of a prelude to 80-degree heat that's coming later this week. But we digress. Let's take a look at what's happening on the road. And the good news here is not much. So things seem to be running normally on the Pike. Also, I-91 north and southbound. Okay, even downtown, only minor delays right now on either end of 291. We go to our temperatures, and there we are in the 70s. 72 Westfield, 70 Northampton, 74 in Great Barrington, and 60s everywhere else. Quick look at our clouds and radar. At least on radar, there were some sprinkles that came through over the last hour or so. And now off to the west, not much, but there still is the chance for a shower and even a thunderstorm here this evening. Better chance for more widespread, strong to possibly severe thunderstorms tomorrow. We'll track that with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
A child was seriously hurt this past weekend in Holyoke after reportedly falling out of an apartment building window. Police responded to South Canal Street following reports of a child throwing items out of a window. Now, after falling out of it, the 3-year-old child was immediately given first aid and taken to a local hospital. The parents were both allegedly inside the apartment when the child fell. The father has since been arrested on charges unrelated to the incident. The fall is under investigation by Holyoke police. Police are investigating a rollover crash this morning on I-91 North at exit 7 in Springfield. Police told 22 News that the vehicle was found hanging over a guardrail. The extent of injuries is unknown. We'll have more tonight, starting at 5. We have an update on that fire at an apartment complex in Sunderland over the weekend. Officials this morning determined that it was a result of a cooking fire. State police confirmed that the fire started on the stovetop in one of the units. They say cooking fires are the most common types of residential fires in Massachusetts and across the country. Officials are reminding residents to stay by your pan when boiling, frying, or simmering food. Fire crews were able to confine that fire to the center portion of the building. No residents, firefighters, or pets were injured. In Connecticut, a Cheshire High School student was detained by ICE this month due to an error with paperwork. Rianne, a senior at the high school, was detained April 6th. He arrived to the United States from Afghanistan 2 years ago and was granted humanitarian parole, which was set to expire on October 7th, 2026. His father, an Afghan immigrant who worked with U.S. forces, was detained by ICE last year. Rianne was transferred to the ICE office in Hartford and later moved to Massachusetts, where he was booked at the Plymouth County Correctional Facility. Had some showers this afternoon spilling into this evening. Some more robust stuff for tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks that way, at least more widespread for sure. Let's take a look at our maps and we'll show you what's happening. Right now we've got some scattered light showers on the map. A little bit farther off to the west, though, there are a couple of stronger showers, so can't rule out a scattered to isolated shower or thunderstorm here before 10 o'clock tonight. In fact, if you blink, you miss it. I probably should have put a little pause point in there, but say 6-ish this evening, we could run into an isolated shower or even a thunderstorm. And then we'll keep the chance for isolated showers in the forecast through the evening hours. Then we dry out overnight. Temperatures start in the 50s here tomorrow morning. 7 o'clock, sunshine. Noontime, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. There's noontime. And then anytime afternoon, we could run into some scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperatures up near 80 degrees here tomorrow afternoon, and especially after 4 o'clock. Look out. Here comes a round of strong to potentially severe thunderstorms. So between 4 and 8 p.m. looks to be the prime time for these storms here tomorrow. We're declaring a 22 News Storm Team weather alert, so something to keep in mind if you've got outdoor plans. And highs in the 80s continue on Wednesday. We'll show you tonight on 22 News at 5.
Mass DOT is hosting a community bike ride in Northampton to celebrate a major investment in the Valley Bike system. The state is awarding the city a $1.5 million grant to support the electric bike share program, including expanding the fleet, replacing docks, and keeping operations running. The ride starts at 4:30 this afternoon at Union Station, with state and local leaders expected to attend. In sports now, the Celtics, who have clinched a playoff spot, played the Orlando Magic last night in Boston. In the second half, Baylor Shireman got the mismatch and knocked down the deep three to tie the game. Then, with the C's leading in the fourth quarter, the Magic came storming back. Jalen Suggs tied the game at 108. But the C's held off Orlando and won this one 113 to 108. In the playoffs, the Celtics will now face the winner of the play-in tournament between the Orlando Magic and Philadelphia 76ers. The first round of the playoffs starts on April 19th. Well, a vintage car with ties to Marilyn Monroe is now up for auction. The mint-condition 1950 Mercedes-Benz 170s was used by Monroe when she stayed in Greece back in 1956. The current owner discovered the link to the Hollywood actress while restoring the car and finding the initials MM inside the custom luggage for the car. Her initials are also engraved in the dashboard. The car is expected to sell for at least $200,000 at auction, but could go even higher. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, we'll continue our coverage of that 3-year-old girl who fell out of a third-story apartment window on Sunday, what authorities are saying about the incident. And state officials today celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Bay State's health care law known as Chapter 58. We'll tell you what it is and how it's helped thousands of Bay Staters over the years. Plus, we'll hear from the New England Air and Space Museum on Artemis II and its ties to NASA's recent mission. Brian?
Traffic continues to be running pretty normally here this afternoon. No major problems on I-91 or the Pike, even downtown, only some minor slowdowns. We do have some thunderstorms in the forecast, possibly tonight and likely tomorrow. We'll track those on 22 News starting at 5.
And updates anytime at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and always on 22 News Plus. We'll see you tonight starting at 5.